Acceptable training in the eyes of the CAA. One of the things that is said, this is said by EASA, it's the receiving organisation's responsibility to ensure that the training meets your objectives. That's one of the reasons we've always given guest access free of charge to quality safety managers, to nominated persons. We don't charge you to look at our training on the platform. We continually develop our training to meet the customer, and it's something to be borne in mind, because sometimes 145 organisations think if they receive the training from a 147, then magically that's enough. They don't have to do anything else. And they misunderstand that the 147 has got no regulatory approval to deliver 145 training courses. Of course they can do it. Anybody can do it. But there is no magic connection. 147 is only for two reasons. Part 66, basic license, Part 66 type training, and nothing else. Not engine run, not boroscope, not human factor, not fuel tank safety. But some 145 organisations and some quality managers believe that that is the case. And I think to myself, how did these guys get to become nominated persons or quality managers when they don't know how the EASA system works? But that's the reality. This is the real world that we're in. So it's good to share it with you so that you've got an understanding. And again, there's another document that you can have a look at there for your general interest, what training is required, and there is a review of the type of training that's required. Trying to minimize the training costs is important, and we, not to go into that now, but we support lots of very innovative ways that you can absolutely manage your entire training portfolio at the most economical option. Okay, safety training. We've already touched on this to support management policies, processes. So there is an amount of training. This is basically the initial and the recurrent that maybe can be done externally, but there is a huge amount of specific role relevant training that should be done within the workplace. And it's not really a training that is ideally for contracting out. It's a training that the 145 should do themselves. Does the store staff need safety management system training? Of course they do. They need dangerous goods training as well. They also need training for what can happen in the event of spillages and other exposures that are particularly relevant in the stores and incoming inspection environment. So we've got to explore this and to develop an appropriate program. We also want to encourage them to report into the SMS. How many stores people reported it into your SMS in the last 12 months? And that starts the question again as to understand the challenge of engagement, of motivating, of building trust, and answering the question. I find that some people don't report because they're embarrassed, because they think that somehow they should know the answer to this question, so it's better not to say anything. If in doubt, say nothing, and you don't show yourself to be the person you are. And to what I answer that is to say, okay, I've only been in aviation 50 years, but I'm happy to say I'm learning every day, and that there is no such thing as a goofy question. Every question has relevance. If you don't understand something, there's a reason. And maybe not only you, maybe multiple people don't understand. So maybe we, the management, are not explaining it very well, and so on and so on. Okay, so we talk about safety training, about the details, and there is just like we had with 145, we have